And welcome back to the next installment of The Next 30.
We just had lunch.
We just had lunch and we're back for some more Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
You didn't even tell him who it is. I could be a totally different person.
I'm doing it now.
Okay, you tell him.
I am Mr. Onizuka, and today here with me is Debo.
Yes. Twitch.tv/SPSDebo. Shameless plug.
Hashtag shameless plug. So this little fairy, that's Puck.
Yeah, I always wondered what you were doing because you know, funny thing is, some games for loading screens, you actually got little things you could do. Remember Phantasy Star Online? You could actually push forward to make it speed up or slow down.
Yeah.
I played on a private server that game yesterday, and it recreates the actual server.
No kidding.
And I played that a week straight, like 9 hours a day, because I was just enjoying the game.
So much
it was
fun,
a very well executed game for what it was, ahead of its time.
I remember that was one of the few RPGs you could play with your friend sitting next to you.
So this is all the, basically, like, the quests that you're doing that lead up to, you're basically going through what the storyline of the anime is, right? Up until his Griffith's rise of fame, right? To power and becoming a lord and eventually a king.
I don't actually know where this is going to end. This might go through all the Golden Age arcs. I have no idea.
Yeah. Golden Age arcs is like all the because I found out that's all the prequel stuff to the actual where the book really starts off at, and it explains like how he lost his arm and everything like that, right?
Well, the arcs are just that, they're arcs. Mm-hmm. So the Golden Age arc is the first part with Griffith and Guts and Casca. And then there's the, oh my god, what are they called? Anyway, so each time, like, the game kind of, or the manga shifts tone, so after Griffith becomes the king of the demons, that's a different arc.
Okay, gotcha. I forget, how did he get into that point in which he decided to trade everything for us? He was, like, really sick or something, or he hurt himself? What happened?
No, after Guts left, it's kind of sad, but after Guts left...
And why did he leave?
Because Guts was tired of being his servant. He wanted to be his own...
So he left him, and then something happened to him, right?
Griffith became very distraught and went and fucked the princess.
Oh, he wouldn't sleep with the princess?
He went and slept with the princess, and he wasn't allowed to do that because he was a lord. But you're just not allowed to go have sex with the princess. So the king locked him up and tortured him for 10 years, or however much time length it was. And then when Guts came back, I think it was more like 3 years.
Right.
When Guts came back, he went to rescue Griffith, and that's when Griffith was kind of like at his wit's end because he had lost
everything.
Casca, he lost the Band of the Hawk. He lost everything that made him how great he was, and that's how he activated his Bailet.
Well, that makes sense.
So, but this is all predestined to happen, and
yeah, it's nothing you can do control. Like I said, it's all a prequel. That literally that'd have been interesting if they would have just started off at that arc with the Demon King and stuff, and then later on just been like, "Yo, here's the prequel." If you ever wonder how this all led up.
Yeah. I mean, the manga's still going, so that's good. Yeah. You know, it's just...
Do you know if it's Americanized, where they translate it to English and bring it over here?
I don't know what has been translated to English yet.
That'd be nice to be able to pick up a nice big couple of the novels that they put... Because that's for Death Note. Granted, Death Note, no offense to Berserk, it's more popular because it's more newer aged, and they have better translators and stuff like this. This was made back in 97.
It's also a cerebral thing, Death Note. This is not. There's nothing...
Right. You
don't have to think about it. It's just people...
Right.
Doing stuff.
It's very easy to follow that stuff. I know they translated all that, and then they put all the arcs, or they put like all the little mini comic books, or however they did it for the mangas in one giant book, and that for a lot of people that made it a lot easier because they come in, they buy the 4 books, and then the
you're
whole
done.
Series. Yeah.
Yeah, but Berserk is still going.
Because I would love to buy a full series of this just so I can have the reading thing on hand. So somebody's like, "What's Berserk?" I can just toss them all 4 big books and be like, "Read that and come talk to me later." And the next year, like, "Oh my god, have you been reading this nonstop?" Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Because the storyline is phenomenal.
The storyline is great. However, it's very bleak. There are plenty of times where you're like, I kind of want to stop reading because nothing good ever happens.
Hey man, that's my favorite kind of stuff. That's called reality.
It's a little too reality then. I mean, I like the story, but there are plenty of times where I don't no thank you, it's a little much for me.
Right.
A lot of like really messed up stuff happens.
Well, like you say that while you stab the guy in the stomach with your sword and lift him up in the hair and use him as a sort of hammer, human hammer on the tip of a blade.
Well, I mean that's called the corpse hammer. I will not say I'm not a hypocrite because there are a lot of stuff I think is annoying, but corpse hammer.
So yeah, you just used him as a corpse hammer.
So you know,
like they might be going through a sad time. They're hungry and they're sad and they lost a friend. Nothing is gonna make up for the guy who was, you don't even know his name. He was used as a corpse hammer, like enemy number 1-60. Like he has no name. He has a wife and kids, a whole life. You don't even ask him that. You just corpse hammer him.
I love this horse is just like, oh gosh, I'll just stand here.
And the funny thing is, like when they're next to the circle of the horse, like some of the enemies are like weird. They don't know if to attack or not. It'd be funny if a speedrunner says you put the horse here and you put it there and it blocks all the enemies and you skip this whole part and you're like, oh gosh.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that that's a thing. Although when I did the first 30, there wasn't a speed run yet. I'm sure that will change.
Oh yeah. It'd be very interesting to see how they would do a speedrun. It's probably just basically using your attacks the best way to kill as many enemies as quickly and get through the map as quickly as possible.
Well, most missions are just collect or kill the. Most missions are just to kill the guards. So if you just literally ignored everyone and just went straight for the guard.
543 hits, 3 missions cleared, bonus. Like I said, it's so straightforward and simple.
It's fun.
Nothing over complex. You can just mindlessly come here and play a game like this and enjoy yourself.
You get a lot more stuff than you would think. You get a lot more enjoyment out of it than you would probably ever think.
And they got little rings and stuff like that, so you can equip your character so he does more damage. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know if you put on... It doesn't really matter. You're still going to slash through all the enemies.
I'm playing it on easy, and I was going to say this last episode, but we got sidetracked. Some games, I believe, you should play on easy. Like, have you played the Deadpool game for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
That's a fun game, and everybody panned it, and I'm not sure why. But I play it on easy because Deadpool is supposed to be unstoppable. If you're playing it on hard and you're dying constantly, that's not who Deadpool is. So it's more fun to play it and just kill everyone and have a fun time than to have the challenge. Mega Man is the other way around. Mega Man, you want that challenge. If it's too easy, it's not fun.
Well, I always try hard, but yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying, because some games you just want to experience storyline and enjoy yourself. Another one.
Yeah, I just literally want to take my Dragon Slayer sword and carve people in half. Literally. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at his character model, he's, what, 4 years older now? Because he's not the young boy anymore. Ricket's older, too.
Yeah, like the time lapses in the storyline was always interesting to me. Like, things would take over years.
Yeah.
It was a slow climb for Griffith to get to the power which he did.
It made it seem like it was a couple months, and it was like 10 years.
And then he threw it away, and he slept with the prince. That's so weird.
Despair is an ugly thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, the clipping on this is really bad.
Clipping where?
His feather is clipping through his shirt right there. His finger is clipping through his armor.
Oh, I didn't notice all that.
Yeah, well. I watch too many reviewers not to be a reviewer.
There you go. What is that fairy's purpose?
I'm assuming that after the first chapter of Berserk got done, people were complaining because all of a sudden this fairy came in, Puck, and he's basically the comic relief.
Okay.
But if you watch the first part of Berserk, you're like, why is there comic relief? This is supposed to be a grim story. So I think people got like tired of like just always being negative and bad, so they threw in some comic relief. I'm assuming, I could be wrong.
So what, Casca is his name, right?
Casca.
Casca. Didn't she have something with the main character? Didn't she like adore him or like him, or there's more like brother?
Casca's in love with Griffith.
Oh, okay.
And then she falls in love with Guts because she realizes the only person that can make Griffith a king is the princess. So she kind of abandons her love and falls in love with Guts. And then when Griffith kind of, spoiler alert, when Griffith becomes the Demon King, right before that, he realizes that he's lost even Casca to Guts, and that's when he goes and he sacrifices them all. I don't like Casca's model in this. She looks really boyish.
Well, like, she always looked boyish.
She looked boyish, but she was still a woman. You know, there's a whole part of the
Demon King got done with her. You fully knew she was a woman.
Well, they had sex before that. But there was a part in the anime where they talk about her having her period.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's in the manga, but it's not like, you're having your period.
Right.
She's like, oh, not now. No wonder I'm so tired. Like, they're talking about her period.
The old videos that they have, instead of remastering them and updating them, they probably just took the old videos that they had already. Because, I mean, PlayStation has a Blu-ray player, or it can't play Blu-ray.
Yeah, it can.
Oh, it can?
PlayStation 4 is a Blu-ray player, and the 3.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Well, then, I mean, I don't understand why they're using the old video, but maybe they just didn't have the time to make it high def for the video cutscenes.
No, that's just how the 2016 anime looks. It looks like
crud.
Really?
Oh, there you go.
Come on, horsey. What should we name the horse, Debo?
I don't want to name the horse because then you get attached to it. And I ain't paying no horse insurance. You have any idea on how expensive horse insurance is? Don't change the subject. Horse insurance is expensive.
What do you know what horse insurance is?
I don't know, it'd be at least about what they use shillings in their society? About 50, 60 shillings a month. Regular mercenary salary is only 100. I mean, how the hell you
How do you know what a mercenary salary
That's
is?
what it is, about 100 shillings.
100 chitlins?
Shillings, motherfucker.
Shillings?
Okay, you know what?
Shillings, not shillings.
I don't know, they get about 100 shillings. Horse costs 40 to 60 shillings. You don't want to get no half-ass, horse insurance. It's 60 shillings. You got 40 left over. How you supposed to enjoy beers, food, and the fine comforts of a woman?
Some
or
mead.
A nice bed.
Some mead, some women, and some clothes.
Did his outfit change a little bit? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because it's been 3 years. My attacks are different, too. Like, I just did that multi-swing. That wasn't a thing before.
It would be interesting to see a Berserk game where you're actually commanding all the people in the field of battle, and it's more like a turn-based or like a real-time simulator kind of thing, an RTS kind of element, where like you picking what units that Griffith's gonna build, and you have certain special units like Guts and stuff like that. But
that would be cool.
That would be pretty interesting. Just a nice, straightforward turn-based game. They can maybe even do it in the lines of Banner Command. Or Banner Saga. That was a pretty good turn-based game.
The Romancing Saga.
Banner Saga is like tactics, but it has like a different elements. Like you have to attack through their armor before you can actually hit their health, and you have certain people that do good damage to armor, and some that do good damage to health. It was an interesting game. It sold very well. It's going to be the third one's coming out fairly soon.
So the animation's the same, just different armor. Let's see if the attack is the same. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh, something opened. Oh. Alright, cool. I just noticed Guts has a cape.
Yeah, he does. A very nice stylish cape. See, you probably spent at least 200 shillings on that.
You sound like you're saying shitlins.
Shillings.
Shillings.
No, I call it shillings. You gotta say it with like a little twang.
Where's my horse?
I don't know. You paid 60. You pay that good 60 shillings a month in horse insurance. You better make sure you find the horse.
I like how I have to swing.
I like how there's random chests with treasure on the field. I wish I was walking around. There'd be random bits of treasure. Like, what's this? Oh, it's a random bit of treasure. Just check it. Oh, got some
Just
gold,
open it. It'll be all right.
Some grapes, some oranges. And pick up the next one. Oh damn, it's a mimic. It's gonna destroy our souls and try to kill us.
Get off the horse. Get off the horse.
I noticed that your allies on the horse, they never seem to get off. Like Griffith seems to stay on his horse and just like weird kicking thing.
I don't know. I think that's just kind of how they programmed it.
Well, and plus they don't want. Can you imagine Griffith just slaughtering everybody and takes away all the people you could kill? Like, where's mine spoil? Well, I want to kill stuff.
Well, to be honest, I don't think Griffith is better than Guts. I think Guts is a way better fighter. It's just that Griffith can fight him singularly better.
Yeah, or maybe just have, like you said, like you just have more brains for that out there.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely a great strategic commander. Really? Where are you going? Don't run. I do wish there was a little bit better of a combo system. I really do feel like I'm just button mashing things sometimes.
Right.
But I do highly recommend this game. It's so much fun. Come on.
Like I said, it was a very relaxing, enjoyable game to watch somebody just slice them to death. I don't know if that's a bad thing or having a little life off a serial killer, but like I can watch somebody do this all day. Really do like the graphics, and I like how smooth it plays. Like there's no slowdowns or anything. You'd be surprised how many games can't do that.
Considering how many people are on, I agree. There are a lot of things on this screen.
The funny thing is, I have yet to see any of those guys swing an axe or something at you, anything besides you. Like one of you guys on your team has like a spear. It's like, hey, spear guy, kill somebody. Like I just want to see a spear guy go off on somebody. Oh, he just did a 3-hit combo, and the spear guy's like holding his hands up or something.
Yeah.
But you are meant to be the star of the show, so.
Yeah, you are. You know what's funny is Guts' weapon is supposedly based off of the Zanbuto, which is a Japanese sword that is meant to kill people on horseback.
Oh, really?
So you would think he'd be doing more damage to the people on horseback. I just killed 2 in one thing. There's actually an episode of the 97 manga where he does just that. Someone is riding against him, and he just cleaves the horse head and the rider in half.
Yep.
With his own sword.
Well, he doesn't have enough arm strength for that. He's been mobbing all kind of swords around since he was a child.
Yeah.
Second nature to him.
Yes, very much.
Why you'd want to fight a guy like that, I have no idea.
I know. I know I've said this many times, but I find it really hard to just think that people would just fight him.
Well, you certainly have to be more intelligent people like this that go around where it's just like, you know, we're going to fight him a different way or at range. Because he won't be able to deal with us that way. To fight him in hand-to-hand combat or fight him up close would be crazy.
I agree.
It doesn't make any sense.
What? A cannon? Okay. Never seen a cannon before.
I do like how when you level up, though, you get access to different combos and stuff like that to keep it kind of interesting.
Yes, I agree. Horsey, where are you, Horsey? There we go.
Okay, now I see some guys right there. One guy shooting an arrow.
There are archers.
Different people doing different abilities. But yeah, your helper guys are doing stuff.
Come on.
So the 2017 one, you think they'll have a dub ready for that right away? You think it's going to release mostly in Japan first?
Well, considering the 2016 doesn't have a dub, and I had to suffer through the dub, or through the subtitle to actually get the dub, probably not.
I know Dragon Ball Super is getting translated. That's really good.
They're
so
finally
far.
getting a dub. I've been purposely trying not to read the subtitle because I want to know. I want to hear it from the characters.
Yeah.
I don't want to read it.
Well, I just love how, like in Goku's pursuit of power, he always ends up putting people in the worst off positions. For like, I want to fight somebody stronger. It's like we could have been at peace. Just stop asking for stupid shit, Goku.
I haven't watched any of it. I think I watched the first episode.
Well, I mean, I won't spoil for you, but there's like different universes, and you start seeing the different universes, and like you think Goku's like the only omnipotent, like superpowered. Like no, there's other like Goku.
There's somebody called Hit.
That's hard. That like just as strong as Goku in other universes. That was pretty cool.
See, because I'm a huge follower of Team 4-Star,
right?
and they know quite a bit about it because they're watching it subtitled.
Yeah.
Funny. So I do know some stuff, but
when
I don't know.
When an episode comes out, they'll have it translated within the hour, and then they just run that same episode on repeat for weeks on weeks until the next episode comes out. It's just a 24-hour stream of the same episode over and over again.
Where's this at?
On YouTube Live, man. They stream it all the time. So if you miss it, like let's say you're 5 minutes in the kitchen, right? You watch it, 5 minutes, you gotta go do something, you come back later. You know, it's like an hour later. It's the same episode played on loop until the next one, and it has a countdown meter to the next episode moving over and over.
That's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
I wish they would do it for more animes like Berserk and other stuff like that, but I guess it takes certain popularity of certain shows to kind of get that kind of attention.
Well, you have to admit that Dragon Ball, in general, is kind of a generational thing.
Yep.
You know, Berserk, is for as much as I love it, did not have anywhere near the impact that Dragon Ball Z had.
Yeah. People like more kind of newer age or like super martial art fighting, that kind of stuff these days. Berserk, outside of the whole demons and stuff like that, magical powers, and Guts being able to wield a sword that probably weighs more than him, it's pretty straightforward combat. Like, you know, like...
Yeah, there's not much in the sense of mysticism.
Right, no crazy magic, no super powerful, I gotta get stronger, or I gotta battle and train harder. I mean, he trains, but it's mostly just like, he approaches the situation, he's a very skilled sword fighter, he's very strong, but he's not invincible.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much in magic. If there is anything in Berserk that's magic, it's from a demon. So I don't know if you'd call that demon, but...
When he had his mechanical arm, did he get that from a demon, or did he
No, that was forged.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Get off that horse. You don't need a horse. Fight me like a man. Wipe yourself off. You bleed.
Yeah.
Just one more rage.
Significantly seem like it's a lot more damage. I would hope so. Instead of just basically getting mindlessly killed, they just basically occasionally land one attack and then mindlessly get killed.
I can't... I am literally just swinging because there's so many people on the screen right now.
And none of it's slowing down the game, which is fantastic.
Well, except for like the cinematic slowdown right there. Another perfect!
I don't know if she did get a perfect, but okay, maybe it's no damage.
I wonder if perfect is not letting any of your allies faint.
Could be that too.
Because I know I've taken damage.
Copyright.
Shooter.
That's so weird to me, dude, the anime style. If they redid this for 2016, but I guess it looks okay. I think, for me, Berserk is more about the storyline anyway.
It is. And it's also kind of a power trip. Because Guts is so amazingly strong, I think that it appeals to a lot of guys that are not him. For the same reason people like The Rock, because he's this huge buff guy, you know?
Guts 隊長、話がある。ちょっと顔を貸してくれないか。ガッツ隊長殿。お前、どういう。
So this is before they don't like each other.
Right.
I think she hits him here.
Well, after she suffers the fate from the Demon King after that, she never really gained her sanity back, does she?
Not to my knowledge. I think she stays that way. I haven't gotten past that part. The manga got hard to read because it was hard to find translations. There was this phone app that had a bunch of manga on it, but it closed, probably because there was a bunch of manga on it.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, and I read a bunch of it there. I read way past the 97 version. Look at her neck.
Yep.
What is up with that?
Scars of war, man.
Or just bad rendering.
Hey, man, there's scars, dog. She's in the battlefield, maybe chafing from her outfit, or chafing from around her neck. They're wearing clunky armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, look at his teeth. Look at Guts' teeth right now. Big ass teeth. You can't afford no dentist. You gotta pay for that horse insurance.
He got them horse teeth.
Too much shillings. He just got some fucking
Too much
insurance.
kidlings for the horse insurance. You know, if you put your hand over your whole face, that means you're a genius, right?
Yeah, and then somebody smushes your hand to your face.
But that's what he's doing. Look at him.
You
You know what's funny? Everybody always talks about mouth flaps, lip flaps, how it doesn't match the English. It doesn't really match the Japanese that much either. So I'm not entirely sure why people complain.
I'm sure they have some kind of algorithm that like mixes up like how the words go or whatever, or how they line it up. Because I don't think they individually move the mouth every single time. They have to have something in there.
Maybe. Who knows?
Or maybe when they start speaking in the mic, it records it in the animation. It starts moving its lips based on how you talk. I don't know. But I know they have to have some type of system into recording and capturing audio and stuff like that and applying it to the models when they actually move their mouths. I don't know why that's so entertaining.
It's just something to do while you're waiting for the screen to load, which is great.
Yeah, and the thing about open world games is, man, the loading times when you do like a fast travel sometimes takes forever.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 15, I think that was the worst part.
Yeah,
like the driving there was fine, but even when you loaded there, it cost you 10 gold,
and
it still takes the same amount of time.
I will say this: when you would drive, when I remember I drove and I hit like the typical in Japan, like the cliffside highway. And all the ocean was there. I'm like, okay, this is pretty beautiful.
Yeah, no, it looked good, but I think I don't know. I think because I drive a lot, I'm in my car a lot. So I feel like
I would never drove. I tell them, you drive. I do not want to drive. I don't want any responsibility.
Guts has a new outfit to wear. But I think that it took them 5 minutes real time, which is a day-night cycle is like 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And they drove like a mile. Like, it should not be that long.
That's how it goes, man. They gotta get you.
Alright, that's a good spot to stop as anywhere. Thank you so much for joining me, Debo. I hope you enjoyed watching Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
Well, you guys make sure you remember you save your shillings. It's not easy to get a horse because horse insurance costs at least about 40 to 60 shillings.
40 to 60 shillings for the horse insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think the horses can take damage, but okay. Have fun, guys!